Hey guys, Julie Saillant, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. I am your spiritual healer, your spiritual teacher. I am here to help you reach out with your mind and your soul to grab onto your gifts, help you get in alignment with your gifts, and then help you with your mission here on earth. So thank you so much for being here. If you're new, we welcome you. I do not work with astrology signs, I work with numerology. This is for the Master Life Path 11s, and I'd like to welcome everybody. Please don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and also leave comments because I love seeing your comments and I always respond to them. So thank you so much for being here because I know you have a lot of choices. So I completely appreciate each and every one of you. Also, the Brave Academy has launched and we are still have a couple of open slots. So if you're interested, the link is below. This is an amazing course. It's got 4 different modules. Each module is month long. I'm teaching it with a colleague, Julius, and we're teaching about you trusting yourself. You're holding your frame. If you're an entrepreneur, you don't have to be spiritual, right? You can be a coach, but you don't have to be spiritual for this to help you in life, because we're also working with entrepreneurs and leaders who really want to go to the next level and bring in that spiritual, those universal lessons, right, that are really important, and understanding and flipping you from scarcity to abundance, and kind of why you're doing the things you're doing, why you're not succeeding, why you're kind of bumping up against a hard, door that you can't get through. So that's there to help you, as well as we do, I do half days and do one-on-one work as well. So from 1 month, 3 months, all the way up to a year, I work with people for one-on-one to really have some breakthroughs. So I love it. If you need to get all my information is below, as well as my email address. So you can check that out. I also do Akashic Records and animal communication as well for animals that are here, or they can have passed over just like people. So yeah, I'm excited. Things are going great. I miss you guys. Want to do another video for you. As I mentioned in the last video, if you didn't see it, I may be just doing 11s from now on because I'm an 11, you're an 11, and you guys show me the most love, right? So if I'm doing videos and I only get maybe a few views, but then you guys always show up consistently, they take time, right? So I want to give you as much value as I possibly can. So today, I wanted to just go over a couple things. This is not like one video where I'm going to hone in on one thing specifically, but it's going to be a couple of different things that have come up in my life that I wanted to share with you because I think they'll help you. And also somebody had a question, so I will answer that question. I'm just going to write that down. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to go over was your clique, your circle, your group, your posse, your peeps, okay? If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a leader, no matter who you are, if you work a corporate job, it doesn't matter. All of us have friends and acquaintances that we know around us, some all the time, some once in a while, okay? It's very important that you keep the right people around you. I can't remember who said it, but somebody had said, you really want everyone around you to be smarter than you so that you can learn from them. If you look around your clique and you're the smartest person and they're always asking you for advice, that's not good for you. That's good for them, but that's not good for you, right? So I would say get some new friends, right? Because you want to be able to bounce things off other people that have been there, done that. That's the whole point of life, is that we learn through the journey of others, right? The whole reason I started the Brave Academy and called it that was because professionally and personally, I had a lot of fear in my life. And I basically let my parents tell me, my mom, tell me what I should be professionally. And it wasn't where I should have been at all. It was like taking somebody who's super artistic and putting them into economics. It's not going to work. And Valiant Julie, Master Life Path 11, here we go. I'm going to do it, right? I'm a people pleaser. I want to help everybody. I don't want to say no. I got no boundaries. And so, yeah, I'll do what you want me to do. I went to college and did that whole route. And then I came out and I knew I'd made a huge mistake. And I fumbled from then on, right? Trying to do the corporate thing. So I lived with fear for a lot of my life. I know the landscape really well. If you are out there and you have fear, please talk to me because I can help you. I am built to do this. I spent decades dealing with fear until finally now I've overcome a lot of it, right? To now where I can stand up in front of you, be on camera, no matter what, and just show up and say, listen, what I've got is going to help you, right? That's a huge transition from where I was, which was on paper, it looked excellent in the corporate world, working for an SVP in a big company, right? And top floor and all that crap. But I was so miserable because I knew I wasn't supposed to be there because I wasn't using my gifts. And my gifts were not valued there. And they told me that, right? Just be like a sheep, drink the Kool-Aid, follow the leader, don't step out, don't have a thought in your head about being different. Oh, no, we don't like that, right? So if you're in that place, I bring that up to say that we all have a soul's journey. We all agree to these things. And the reason that this works for you is because as you're going through it, it's not fun. But what happens is, because I've been there, I can help you if you're there. Sometimes the lowest of the lows, we go through those so that we can help others. And I can say, yeah, I've been there, right? But back to people and you having a clique and people around you, it's really important that you have people that you value that can actually help you because we can't see our own stuff. So let me give you an example. Okay. No names to protect the innocent, right? I was on LinkedIn the other day and I'm on LinkedIn and I'm actually reaching out to people that could be potential clients. And I saw somebody and we were going back and forth and thought, this could be really great for the business and to help them and them to help me. And so it was about me sending them some information and doing some work for them. And then we would have a phone call to discuss it, right? So usually what happens is I would have the phone call with them, go over the results, and then see if, we can help each other or I can help them. And the person was kind of like, yeah, no, go ahead and send me the information and I'll get with you in a few months. Okay, that's a huge red flag because what that means is, yes, thank you for the information. See you later. I've been there before. It's happened before. And, there are great people out there, but there's also people that don't value you or value what you offer. I've learned this the hard way. And so you go off and do all this work on the assumption that it's going to be awesome. And then they just say, oh, hey, thanks for that. See ya. Gotta go. So my colleague said to me, yep, this person, they're just going to take from you and then walk away. And I was like, really? I was like, I was thinking it was something, no, I didn't see it that way. I thought it was going to be a good thing. And they're like, no. They're just going to take from you. And I was like, oh, frustrated. And then, of course, I'm not mad at him for saying that. I wish I'd seen it sooner, but it's okay because it was pointed out to me. That's what colleagues and friends and people you care about do for each other. We can't see our own stuff. So my whole thing is I'm going to help you not fall into the ditch that I already fell into, right? So if you have people around you that can help you and tell you these things, it's going to help you immensely. And you obviously would do the same back to them. Look at your people that are around you. Look at your clique today and ask yourself, do they look to me more for answers or do I look to them more for answers? Or is it like 50-50, right? If it's 50-50, that's fine. But if everyone's always looking at you for answers, that's not good because you need to be inspired by other people that can see things that you can't see so they can help you and then you can help them as well, right? So it's a back and forth type of thing. So look around, see who you have in your clique. And I would say, think about it because, we all need help. We can't see everything. And this could have potentially saved me. Well, it did save me from doing some work that would have fallen on deaf ears, right? So just if you want to move to the next level, which everyone does, think about where are those people in your clique? Are they making more money than you? Do they have a bigger business than you? Do they have a business that you would like to have? That's a really good indicator of someone to hang out with. And you can help them as well because you have value as well, right? So take a look around and see and make adjustments accordingly. Next thing I want to talk about is value of you, my 11s. how can I say this with the most love? You guys are amazing. You have so much talent, so much love, so much empathy for other people, for animals, for causes. We all want to make the world a better place. We also have the ability to overthink, not move forward, get stuck in fear, run things a million times in our head and not move at all because we're rethinking it 25 times, 25 days later, right? And what that means is that we don't execute. And a lot of times, because we have never been safe and we always have had like people pleasing, right? We've always had that and no boundaries. It can get extremely difficult for us, right? So I was working with a client the other day, and he was talking about putting out something for really an inexpensive amount of money for a mastermind. And I was like, stop the presses. What are you doing? You know, I know that there are colleagues out there that I've seen on YouTube. They will have like patrons for $5 a month. And they are on that patron every single day, reading tarot cards every single day for an hour at a time or more. $5 a month. And they're on Monday through Friday, right? 25, at least 25 days out of the month. Think about that for a minute. $5 a month. You can't even buy a Starbucks for that, right? Or masterminds that are like, $9 a month, or join my whatever for 11.11, right? Guys, I've learned this the hard way. And this is another thing that this person has helped me with. You have to value yourself and you have to value your offerings. If you do not, no one else will. We have been trained by society. I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're in Africa, if you're in Portugal, if you're in Barbados, wherever you are. We have been trained as humans to value things with money. When you pay for something that costs a good amount of money, you value it highly, right? Think about luxury brands. Think about Louis Vuitton. Think about Gucci. Think about Versace. Think about technology, right? That costs a lot of money for certain computers versus others, right? You're going to put down the money, says, I'm serious, I'm invested, I'm waiting for my transformation, I'm going to do the work, and I'm showing up for it. Okay, that's what happens. If you send something out to the world that doesn't cost much, they do not value it, and they do not value you. And you are saying that you do not value yourself either. And that is not a good place to be. And 11s do it all the time. And that's why I bring it up, because I was doing it till just recently, right? So I had a price in my mind that I was comfortable with. And I've done a lot of work on money mindsets, guys, just so you know. This is a whole science behind this. You have set points in your mind about how much you feel comfortable charging, okay? It could be 19 bucks. It could be $1,000. It could be $100,000 for your time. But everyone has these set points. They come from society. They come from your experiences. They come from people you know. Let's just say that your set point is $19 a month. That's all you feel comfortable for. That's it. So if I said to you, I want you to triple that, that would be very hard for you mentally to do because you're set on this 19 bucks, right? But it's important that you move through this, because the only way that you'll get to where you want to be is if you're valued. And the only way to be seen as highly valuable is to have the rates that go with it, especially when you're giving out information from your life, like as a spiritual person or as a coach, right? Or as an artist. And everybody, it doesn't matter if you run numbers all day. If you're good at that, and it took you a while to learn, that's valuable information, right? So to give that away as a service to somebody for nothing, why would you do that? I understand why, because you have a money set point. You don't feel comfortable going higher. You think they're not going to pay that. Nobody's going to pay that much. I actually went through this with my sister. I raised my rates and my sister was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm like, why not? She hasn't done the work, right? She's like, yeah, we live in a small community. People aren't going to pay that. I'm like, I work with people online all over the world. It doesn't matter. They're not from here. They're in big cities. People that I work with are very successful, right? They can afford it. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Well, guess what? It worked. I raised my rates and people are paying for them, right? Because they said they know I have something valuable to offer them. They know that I can help them. You have to get to that mindset as well. It's so important because when you do this, people will be invested in you. They want to hear what you have to say. They will do the work. They will transform, right? We have to be discerning about who we're working with. That's a whole other topic that we talk about in the Brave Academy. But there are the right clients and there are the not right clients. There are clients that are just for now, right? And there are clients that you can really transform. And you want the ones that are going to be a fit for you. They don't fight you. They show up. They value everything you say. They love you, right? Versus the other ones who are like, I don't know. They don't really work hard. They fight you all the time. They argue with you. And you're like, listen, this is what I do. This is my superpower. Let me do this for you, right? This is why you hired me. But they revert back, right, to fear, anxiety, and all that stuff. So I'm not telling you to raise your rates through the roof like crazy, but I am saying don't give away everything that you've learned for nothing, right? My coach and the colleague that I work with had said the same thing, which is you've learned things your entire life. It took you time to learn them, right? And sometimes it wasn't easy, right? Right. They were very difficult lessons. So now I'm just going to give you everything on a silver platter. Here you go. And I'm not going to charge you for it. That doesn't make sense. These were hard lessons to learn, and they are gold in my life, and they'll be gold in your life. So think about how much you're charging others and think about how they perceive you and think about what you're offering as the transformation that it truly is. Because I guarantee you it's transformative. And I guarantee you whatever your number is, if it's too low, you should triple it. Ted McGrath, who's a very big coach like a Tony Robbins, he charges like $200,000 a day. I know people that charge like $20,000 for a VIP day or half day, right? Tony Robbins had that fire walk for $20,000. It was for 24 hours and you don't even get to meet him. You meet his team, you do the whole firewalk thing, right? And it changes your life, no doubt. But what I'm saying is that's 20 G's per person. You still have to get there on your own for your plane, right? And you don't even meet with Tony. So you meet with his team. You still get the transformation, but do you see what I'm saying? Like if he charged $100 for that, you'd be like, it's not going to work. It's the first thing you'd say. It's not going to work because it's not enough money. There's nothing there, right? No substance. So the more that you can honor yourself, it's not all about the money. It's about honoring your value. The more that you can value yourself and who you are, the more other people will value. And you'd be surprised because your vibe will change, right? Your vibe will go up because it's like, yes, I have something important to say. Yes, I have something to offer you. And yes, I can change your life. I can. Because my guides give me information for you, right? So think about that. And don't give yourself away. Don't give you what you offer to others away so cheaply because you're worth more than that. Lastly, Awakened Spirit, thank you so much for your comment and your question asked me to how do we manage energy, right? We always have positive energy and negative energy coming at us all the time. How do we, as Master Life Path 11s, manage energy? Okay. So I was saying just the other night to someone, remember to check your state, right? All the time, because our state means what you're thinking and what you're feeling, whether you're in a high vibe, whether you're in a low, which is frustration, envy, anger, all that. Whatever you're in as a state, high or low, positive or negative, you're sending it out into the world and everyone feels it. And the universe feels it and sends it back to you tenfold. So check in throughout the day and see how your state is. Is it low? Is it high? Is it in the middle? Where are you? And try to elevate your state as much as you can. I do it by putting on some headphones, dancing around. You can go out in nature. You can go out and see the ocean. You can be with the trees, right? You can do some journaling or affirmations. You can work out, whatever works for you. So the good energy that you've got coming towards you, you want to hold on to, right? The energy that's negative that's coming towards you, you want to deflect. Okay. So you don't want to take that on because it doesn't serve you. And it will deplete your energy. It will distract you. And that's what the dark entities want. You know, you're on course. This is your target. And they're trying to distract you because when they do that, you know, you shift your focus for even just a few minutes. And then money, you know, your time is money, right? Number one. But number two, they're taking your light. And they'll take your light as much as they can, even if it's a little at a time, right? So to not have that happen, which can take work, because I was one of those people easily distracted by shiny objects, right? Or just a different topic. 11s are like that, right? We're on to the next thing really quickly. Stay focused. And anything negative that you perceive coming towards you, I want you just to think about putting up, I say like shields up, and all my shields just go up all the way around me. And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that everything is deflected away from you. And if you have it, really just want you to say something like, I send this back to sender. I send any negative energy back to sender. I'm not holding on to it. I let that go. I just let it go. Back up into the light, back up with the angels. You're not carrying it. You're not having it. Okay, that makes sense? Because you want to have so much positive energy and so much, you know, good feelings, happy vibes, because that's what you'll attract more of, right? Versus the lower level stuff, because it's harder to get out of it. But the way that you can get out of that is with gratitude. Gratitude is the number one thought process and feeling that raises you the highest, the quickest. So if you are in deep, you don't feel good, you're unhappy, the first thing you want to do is get rid of it, right? Take ownership of it. Anything that's negative, anything that's dark, I go ahead and I send this right back to sender, right? Bounces off me, right back to sender, number one. And number two, I'm just going to enhance the mood that I have, put on some music, dance around, whatever, and raise your vibes. But that's how you kind of balance the energies. It's more about kicking the bad out and keeping the good in. And that's just done by checking in with your state, you know, at least a couple times a day. Because I could be fine right now. I could go get in my car, somebody cut me off, and then I'm swearing my head off, really mad at them, right? But we try not to let that stay with us, right? Try to let that go really quickly, right? Or just be like, whatever, I'm not going to get upset about it. Depends how you're feeling that day, because we have high vibe days and low vibe days, right? And days where we're just even. So I hope this helped you. The importance of having your friends, your clique, your peeps around you that will lift you up and show you when you're going to step into something that's not going to be good for you, right? And I hope each and every one of you has that, because it's really important and it will really help you save a lot of anger, frustration, and all that. Secondly, value yourself, value who you are, value what you're offering, because you guys are one of a kind. You're divine sentient beings. You're amazing. Okay, so value that. And lastly, to really make sure that you have your energy balanced between the negative and the positive. Try and kick out any negative energy and just keep the positive with you, and then expand upon that, right? So you're in love, happiness, joy, gratitude all the time, as much as possible, because that's when the good stuff comes to you. And lower your guards and just receive it in, right? You don't have to pull it, grab it, just be, no, you're in alignment. All this good stuff's going to come to me because I'm radiating that out back to the world. I'm a happy state. That means good things will come towards me. Okay, guys, I hope this helped. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you want to sign up for the Brave Academy or some one-on-one work. All the links are below. Talk to you soon. Thanks.